Everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Hello, everybody, and this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance, Season 7, Episode 12. I do and I don't. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family, and to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with your auntie for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. And to all of my members, thank you all so much. Gotta make sure I'm all right. For your membership and for joining this family. I apologize for being late. I had a lot going on over here, and I was like, okay, hurries up. If I had to rate this episode of 90 Day Fiance, I would rate this episode, after having gone back and looked at it, a D minus. I would take the F away and give it a D minus. I thought that this was just a filler episode, with a hodgepodge of a whole lot of stuff going on. And when they do things like that, it just rubs me all the wrong way. I'm going to turn this a little bit. It just rubs me all the wrong way. And I just won't feel in it. But anyway, we're going to get into this episode. When we opened up the episode, we opened it up with Julianna and Michael, who are currently about to get married. She is preparing to come out, and she is still having some issues about her family not being able to join her. But she says that this is not going to mess her day up, and she is going to marry the man that she loves. And so we see Michael standing outside with the kids because, everybody is awaiting the bride, of course, and he is excited, and he's handsome. He has on his backup suit, and, you know, he's giving it to him. And then in the background, we see Sarah, who I had said before was officiated the wedding. And so Juliana comes down the aisle, and she looks absolutely stunning. She looks like a princess, okay? She's young enough to be one too. And he tells her when she gets up there how beautiful she is, and she tells him how handsome he is. And so Sarah opens up by saying that, it is not common for an ex-wife to marry her husband to someone else, or her ex-husband to someone else. And, I guess she's honored to do that. And we know that she has, over time, over the 90-day period, has built a relationship with her based on how she loves her children. And the two children make speeches. They both indicate that they are happy that she is there. She's changed their father's lives. They love her. He loves her. And they're just happy about it. And then after that, they have a reception and everything. They say their vows. They have a nice little reception, and she's married. And she's married the man of her dreams. She says that Michael cannot divorce her, that she will not allow him to do so. The next couple that I want to talk about is Emily and Alexander. Not Sasha, but Alexander. They have rented a little cottage out in Portland, Oregon, out near the water. They said that they're not having a big ceremony. They did not spend money on a cake or flowers or anything. She just spent money on hair dye and on a wedding dress. And so Emily's sister, the day before they all get there, and he's driving like a maniac. Okay, I guess he thinks that he is somewhere in Russia. I don't know what he was thinking, but she was complaining the whole entire time that he was driving erratically. Basically, he just would not listen to her every time she says something to him about his driving. He had a rebuttal because he's one of those men who is a man's man, okay, or he's one of those macho men that just absolutely always has to be right about everything, and she's always wrong. And he's very dismissive of what she has to say. And so he continues to drive like a bat out of hell. They get there and she says something to him about it again. And he says, look, we made it here safe and sound. Boo, y'all made it on the skin of y'all chinny chin chin, bitch, okay? But anyway, the sister, wants to have a conversation with him alone. She tells him, she asks him to make her a promise, and he says it depends on what it is. And she tells him that you will love my sister for the rest of her life, for the rest of her days here on earth, her knock-kneaded ass self. You know what I'm saying? I need you to love her for the rest of her life. And he says that she loves me for the rest of my life. If she supports me, I'll support her. If she doesn't support me, I'm not going to support her. If she don't love me, I ain't going to love her. And I'm just sitting up here thinking to myself, this is just this is disaster just waiting to happen. The sister is very apprehensive about this marriage, as she should be. It did appear that it did appear, based on the editing that we were allowed to see or that they gave us, it did appear that he was very happy to be marrying her. And bitch. And so we see her get ready for her wedding and everything, and she says that, basically she just really has her family there with her. And wait a minute, no. Sasha agrees that he will love her as long as she loves him. He will support her as long as she supports him. And they shake hands on it. The sister is hoping that Alexander / Sasha is going to keep his promise, but we'll see. And so we see, her go back in, and then next thing you know, we see the day of the wedding, and they're having mimosas and all of that kind of stuff. And this couple is just so boring to me. And so I want to give it to you all the way that TLC gave it to me, because as I said, this episode got a D- in my opinion. Now, I am not saying that these women were not, well, damn it, yes, I am. Emily looked like a complete fool to me. Your hair is just as white as your gown, or off-white as your gown. What the hell is going on? Like, she looks a mess, and I don't know who told her that the hair looks good. You can see the darkness, the dark roots coming back in. Like, if you're going to wear a hairstyle like that, you're going to have to commit to it. You can't half-ass it. And as far as I was concerned, she half-assed it. But she married the man of her dreams, and it's over. And after they get married, she says now he can start working. Because she has been, as we have noticed week after week, very concerned about Sasha's ability, or Alexander's ability, to get a job. But he's not worried about her ability to get one. The next couple that I want to talk about is Mike and Natalie. Of course, we all have seen what has happened with Mike and Natalie when she was asked by the producers whether or not she loved Michael. She could not say yes. She said that love will grow over time. He left, and it came back home brokenhearted, had Sunday chocolate chip pancakes with Bo. Okay, with Unc. Okay, he had pancakes with Unc. And Mike is still devastated. So he is now is in a dilemma, okay? Whether or not he's going to stay with Natalie or not. For me, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have my glasses on. They're not even in this room. But I thank you so much. Is that Robin Brown? Thank you so much, Boo, for the super chat. So, he is now, having to make a decision on whether or not he's going to stay with a woman that he knows she does not love him, or whether or not he is going to dump her and be done with this. So he goes to see his lawyer. He goes into his lawyer's office and everything, and she walks in with him. She has a whole bunch of shoes in the window that irritated the hell out of me. I don't know if they ended, and I know that she's probably a shoe collector, but them shoes irritated the hell out of me. Especially that little green one that was sitting behind Mike's head. I said, just move the shoe over or ask him to reposition himself. Like that book. Anyway, so, he sits with his lawyer and he tells his lawyer that he spent some time over, he spent some time with her in Ukraine, and that things did not go well, that they had a spat, and now he wants to know, what his options are if, he decides to stop the K1 visa. What are the repercussions of that? And so she tells him, she asked him, so what happened? Did you go over to the embassy? And he said, yes, I went over to the embassy and I was told that her information was classified and that they would not be able to give me any information. As soon as he said the word classified, his attorney's eyebrows went up, okay? She told Mike, basically, Mike, look, if they have records on her and for some reason her jacket or folder or case is saying classified, there could possibly be some problems or some deeper problems going on in the background. Let me just say this to you. If you decide that you are going to cancel the K1 visa, you absolutely have to be sure that this is what you want to do. Because once you start the process, which is a simple email, a simple letter, simple form saying that this is no longer a valid relationship. If you decide that, this little this little argument that you all had, well, it's not little, but I mean, I'm just saying it the way she basically said it. If you make a decision to stay in the relationship and you still want her to do the K1 visa, then you're going to have to go back through the whole entire process. If you decide to go through with this and the relationship is as bad as it seems like it is, because bitch, you look like you didn't even wash your ass before you came in here. If the relationship is that bad, Mike, then once you marry her and she gets her green card, then you are going to be liable or stuck having to take care of her for possibly the rest of her life. And so, Mike is, he doesn't know what he wants to do. So the producers ask him, are you going to stay in a relationship with Natalie? What are you going to do about the K1 visa? And he says he doesn't know. He also went on and said that he had tried to reach out to her and she didn't even answer his mofo phone calls. And so, she is playing hard to get. She is manipulating Mike and she is winning. She's winning. And, of course, we know that Mike has been seen filming in Seattle with her. I believe it's Seattle. He's been filming with her. So we already know that the decision has been made that he was going to continue the K1 visa process with her, because she has been spotted here in America. The next couple that I want to talk about is Robert and Anny. Now, we see Robert walking into a store. And when I say a store, I mean a retail store. He's in the shoe section. he has made a decision that he is actually going to pay for Annie to get some shoes. Not only that, but he's made a decision to apologize. So, as we all know, she had a confrontation at the dinner table with Robert's brother, who was just straight ignorant, okay? Come to find out from Robert, the brother is having his own issues in his own relationship. And because he is having his own issues in his own relationship, he has made a decision to be nasty to Anna. And so she's sitting there and she said, I felt like I was ganged up on. I felt like everybody was against me. Everybody has made it appear that she is only here for the money. Although she has connected to his son, okay, little Tazzy, okay, she's connected to the son, and she appears to be doing a very good job with the relationship between the two of them. But nobody can see that because she leads her conversation off with what he is not financially doing for her. Evidently, I don't know if he's not picking up all the extra routes. I don't know how long he is Ubering. But it appears from the sister and from everybody else that Robert really, really does not have any money. And you can tell by the cheap ass clothes and the fact that he will not go and get his hair professionally braided that, he really is not spending a whole lot of money on himself. Therefore, he will not be spending a lot of money on her. But anyway, we go back. She's in the shoe store. She's looking for shoes for her wedding. And she picks out these red, fire engine red pumps. She likes the pumps. Red is her favorite color. Red is Robert's favorite color. And red happens to be Bryce's favorite color. And so she goes and she tries the shoes on. They fit her perfectly, and she wants the shoes. Robert tells her, there's no problem. I'm going to pay for it. Now, before he said that, she said, how much? Like, how much are you going to spend? How much can I spend today? All right, if I can spend anything. Because, as we know, Robert would take her ass, okay, into an apartment building, knowing that he has already signed a lease at the apartment building he is currently living in for a damn year. So Robert will take you somewhere, bitch, and have you hung up and sized up thinking that you're going to get something and your ass be out there hung out to dry. But this time he says, I got it. She says, good answer. Okay, so now he goes into apologizing to her about not having her back, not supporting her, allowing his brother to verbally abuse her at the table, treat her like a piece of dirt, okay? Now he wants to apologize. This is the first time that I've ever seen him even remotely resemble a true and a real man. Because a man is going to defend his woman to the end. Now, he may check your ass or say what he has to say behind closed door, but a real man, a true man, is going to make sure that when you are in public, that he's going to protect you and he's going to cover you by hook or by damn crook. Point blank and period. So Robert apologizes, and it is a sincere apology. And he tells her that he will not allow this to happen again, and that she should not worry about what anybody thinks about the relationship between the two of them, that this is something that that they, as long as he loves her and he cares about her and he knows what she does for Bryson, that is all that matters. And so the next time that we see the two of them, we see them going into the restaurant because they're going to be having a meeting with Stephanie and her husband, the porn grandma. Okay, and so they're walking into the restaurant, and Robert believes that they're doing this because this is for Bryson. Okay, they want to make a connection because the first connection that they had failed. okay, because she was asking her, whether or not they were using contraceptives, how many kids did she have, did she plan to have kids with him, and all of that. And prior to that, we didn't know that Robert already had a damn, tribe of kids. And so, grandmom allegedly was asking out of concern because he has so many other children, and they're such great grandparents to Bryson, and they spend so much time with him, and they have so much money and everything invested in Bryson that they give a damn. So we see her coming to the restaurant, and her husband is very nice, and he's like, "Oh, you look good in that color," and she was like, "Oh, really? My orange, okay?" And so they're trying to sweet talk her and everything, and so the conversation continues. And when the conversation continues, they begin to bring up Bryson and ask her, okay, because they're trying to get her to tell them some information. So they setting her ass up, okay? So they ask her, how would she like it? Is Robert able to financially support the things that she wants? And she tells them, not really. He the mofo trying, but, I realized since I've been here that he really is broke. And so they asked her, how's the relationship between Bryson? How's it going on with Bryson? Now, we all know that Bryson is a hashtag Tazzy. Okay, we know he's like, when we first were introduced to him, his ass was bad. Come on, y'all. He was a Tasmanian devil. All right. So we just gonna call him Tazzy because he he getting a little soft over time with her being there. So she tells them that, Tazzy really cares about her, and he's starting to call her mama. And at that point, the whole conversation shifts. Now, I don't know where the grandma's daughter is. There are a lot of allegations that are out there in the street as to where her ass is, okay? And so, wait a minute, what are you talking about? What is that? So, she basically tells them that Tazzy is, calling her mommy and that kind of stuff. And so basically, they get a little attitude about it. And so after they got, an attitude about it, they began to tell her, was there financial problems in their relationship and all that kind of stuff. And so, she's like a little bit. And so, they make her a proposition. And I really believe that this was staged. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that it was staged. Because when she pulled her checkbook out and began to start talking about money and well, how about I give you money and buy your plane ticket to go back home, the husband eyes was big as a cotton freaking frying pan. So he was caught off guard with the fact that she would even ask something like that, but he soon got in on the game, okay? Now, of course, Anna goes off on their ass because you don't ask somebody that. And they started talking about that they were doing this because they know that, that he's having financial problems. They know that, Robert can't take care of her ass. And they really want to protect Bryson. And she goes on to tell them, bitch, I have been here for 2 months and y'all have not even called him. The only time you talk to Bryson is when we call your ass and tell you that he's looking for you. So you are basically out of the picture. You fronting like I don't know what. $15,000. So they start telling her, what they're going to do. And she tells Stephanie, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. She tells her, basically, let me tell you something. You don't have any moral character to be able to check me about anything. You's a damn porn star. You nasty. You's a hoe. But guess what? She making her money legally. So whether or not she's a porn star, whether she's swinging off the chandelier, whether or not she's a vice president of this country, it doesn't make a difference. She's making her money fair and square. She's out there selling her ass and making a coin for doing that. And so whether or not you think it's a degrading job or not, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Whether you think it's a degrading job or not, there is an audience and people are paying for that. Okay? It's a multi-billion-dollar business porn. Okay? So guess what, boo? She had a checkbook that was sitting in a Louis Vuitton, okay, a Louis Vuitton wallet. Whether she was right, wrong, or indifferent, what she is doing, okay, Miss Michelle, go to hell. I don't know why I can see that. Miss Michelle, go to hell. That ain't your damn nuka reel. Although you do come out naked sometimes, okay? But you're sitting up there judging this woman. Now, the woman was wrong because you don't come at nobody like that. But for a long time, Robert sat there at the table and wasn't saying anything. Anna was going ham on their asses, okay? They talk about, you know, we didn't have the power to bring you in here, but we got the power to send you out. She said, bitch, call Donald Trump. Do what you got to do. Tell Donald Trump to send me back to the DR. You do what you got to do. So Robert finally stepped his ass up and started saying, you don't have the authority to do that. I brought her here. And if she's having financial problems and she doesn't feel like I'm providing enough money, then guess what? She needs to come to me and I will fly her ass back. You will have her going out there on a sugarcane boat, bitch. There's no way in the world you got enough money to send that girl back to the DR. Come, Robert. Come. And so they believe, so what they have done with her, she has classified them as being low class, you know, underneath her because of what the woman's occupation is. And they have classed her by money. So they're looking at them and saying, y'all broke. And so we're up here. You know what I'm saying? Class, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. And it really wasn't fair. She told them they could take that, she could take that wallet and stick that right up in her, okay? That's what she could do with it. But one thing I noticed about her, she didn't get up from the table. So I was like, you know what? At every incident that we have seen with this girl, she's always gotten up and left and ran. But this time she didn't. So I'm side-eyeing TLC on this, okay? I'm side-eyeing the hella I'm side-eyeing their asses because usually this girl would have got up and run. And here this woman is treating her like a piece of on a stick, offering her money to leave, and she don't get up from the table and walk out and tell that woman to kiss her ass. I'm side-eyeing TLC on that. Like the side eye is on TLC on that one. The next couple that I want to talk about is Tania and Sinjin. Sinjin has, you know, got his heart broken last week because when they were talking to Daisy October was reading the stars, the moon, and some more, okay? Daisy October asked them, you know, is this a relationship that is this relationship a soulmate type of relationship? Is what Daisy October asked. Sinjin said yes. She said no. She went on to tell him that she doesn't know. She still wants to have a baby with him. She still wants to get married to him. But she believes that her first boyfriend, her first love, is her soulmate. She doesn't believe that that person is Sinjin. Right? So now Sinjin has a friend who is in the United States. Evidently, he came here on the K-1 visa too. Because he said, Sinjin introduced him and said that his friend has been here for 3 years. His friend also said that he, okay, has been married for 3 years. And he was able to relate to what Sinjin was going through. So anyway, you know, he talks to his friend and he tells him about the soulmate issue. And so the friend is like, you know, hold up, homie. Wait a minute, what? Like she said that to you, homie? And so Sinjin says, I think that I am going to go back home. I really consider, like I'm hurt. I'm devastated. My pride, my ego, everything was shut down when she said that. And that would have hurt anybody, okay? Especially when you're about to marry somebody. Okay. So basically, the friend tells him, you really need to consider this. You really need to think about it. If the girl doesn't think you are the soulmate, is there anything, worth it? She doesn't realize that you have made sacrifices. So the friend talks about that he had made sacrifices to leave his home country to come here. And Sinjin mentioned the same thing, that he felt like that Tania didn't recognize that although he doesn't know what the hell he wants to do here in America, and he doesn't have a career goal or vision, a dream, a plan, bitch, for what he's going to do here, he believes that, just by him leaving his family and his friends and all of that, that he has made a sacrifice, and he doesn't know how to articulate that to Tania. Okay, bitch, I don't care if you had it on a chart, on the wall, and you had little color stickers. I don't care if the bitch color coded. Tania ain't gonna understand anything but Tania, and she don't give a damn. Because she just wants to be radical just for the sake of being radical. And so basically his friend is telling him, you got to weigh your options and see, whether or not, this is something that you want to do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just falling apart. My little string on my little dress showing and everything. Y'all, excuse me. So in the meantime and in between time, we see Tania and the girls and her mom, come on in there. Now, the mom's cranberry hair is just fucked up. And I don't care what you say. I got a little bit of, a hint of some burgundy going on in here. But the mom's hair look like somebody ocean sprayed her ass. And I was like, you too damn old to be coming up in here with your hair looking like you got somebody spilled a whole damn bottle of cranberry ocean spray on your ass and then took some peroxide. Like, what the hell's going on with the mother? Then her breasts is all down here and everything. They coming all up out there. I mean, damn. Like, you the mother of the bride, bitch. Step your game up. You walking up in here looking like that. A whole hot-ass mess. But okay, we're not focused on the mother. But now you can kind of see why Tania is as fucked up as she is. Because the mother is fucked up. I mean, damn. Like, you straight walking the street? Okay. You was calm. Breathe. Breathe. So, there's in the shop, of course, she's got her two girlfriends with her Eminem. And she's got another girl and her sister, and they are looking for a wedding dress. They come into the boutique, and Tania identifies herself as the bride. And then, the lady tells her, okay, let's start looking at dresses. What do you want? Tania says, I want a black dress, or a red dress, or a champagne colored dress. What the hell are you? She said, I just want to be different for the sake of being different. I don't want a white dress. I don't want it off-white. I don't want it pink. I don't have a reason for wanting it to be another color other than I want to stick out and be an asshole just for the sake of sticking out and being an asshole. Okay. So Tania goes and she finds a black lace dress and she tries it on and she comes out and her ass looking like something off the Addams Family. Like her hair is beautiful, but it's always drab and it just looks like a piece of all the time. Like it's never together. She never looks like she wears a bra, her or her mother. They just never look like they just taken a washcloth, a scrunchie, a bath bomb, bitch. They never look like they're taking their hand and going down there and cleaning. Excuse me. I don't mean to be vulgar out this mofo, okay? But they never look like they taking this hand or this hand and going down and scrubbing anything. They don't look like they don't look like they doing like that or not. They don't. I mean, they just looking ass dirty, steak, nasty, funk ass. I mean, it just Like you can smell that coming through the screen. And I know that lady didn't want her to get up in that dress. But she comes out with this Broomhilda ass Adam family dress on. And everybody is sitting there looking like, huh? So she has the dress on. She doesn't like how it's fitting around the shoulder. It's never going to fit right around the shoulder, bitch, because you don't have a bra. You don't even have a half bra. You don't have a racerback bra. You have no bra on whatsoever. Tanya, you nasty. And so she goes on, her sister says, let her go ahead on and try a white dress on. But prior to that, Tanya starts talking. The sister and the mother are talking about, and the girlfriends are talking about how she's so indifferent. She just wants to be different. And they're not shocked at the fact that she wants to have a black, red, or champagne colored dress. And usually if you're going in to look for a dress and you're looking for something that's not white or off-white, you're looking at a certain hue. This bitch is going from one end of the scale all the way down to the bottom. So you know she's just being an asshole just to be one. So they're trying to make excuses for even the comment that she made to Sinjin and saying that, she didn't articulate it correctly, but, he knew what she meant. No, he didn't know what she meant because he sat down with his friend and told his friend that it really hurt him and it devastated him to the extent that he really wanted to go back home. Okay? Now, I don't believe that. But he wanted to go back home. So the sister convinces her to go and try on a white dress. She comes out with a white dress on, and they like that better. And the girlfriend's like, hold still. I want to take a picture of you, bitch, because I'll never see you look like this again. And so, her friend asked her, so how's everything going with Sinjin? And she's like, everything's going okay. We can't stop arguing, but I love him. And we talked to a psychic or an advisor, spiritual advisor, and she asked me, if he was my soulmate, and I told him no. And he asked me, well, why not? Who's your soulmate? And I told him it was my ex-boyfriend. And everybody that was sitting there was in shock that she had the audacity to say something like that to him. So the friend told her, one of the friends told her, that would hurt anybody if you told somebody something like that. You don't tell somebody that, that they're not your soulmate. And so Tanya's like, well, fuck, I don't know if he's my soulmate or not. I don't know whether or not I'm walking. I don't know if I'm in a wedding dress, bitch. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I'm just all over the place. I told him that because I don't know if he's my soulmate. Can you have a soulmate? Can you have 3 soulmates? Wait, what about 4? What is a soul? Do you have a soul? Like, everybody doesn't have a soul. Like, this girl is just all over the place, and the friends are like, how dare you say something like that to Sinjin? You hurt this man. This is not what you say to a person. And Tanya does not get it. And then now that she has this white dress on and they've said all these things to her to bring correction to her ass, okay? Now she wants to say, well, I can't do this wedding dress because, it's got all these bad spirits on it. No, the bad spirit is already in the dress. When they put your arms through the sleeve, that was the bad spirit. Like, this girl just wants to like, she... And everybody around her is walking on eggshells with her. I would cuss her out so bad it would not be funny. Now, I would do it in private if she's my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? We would be doing this in private, but nonetheless, you would be getting your ass cussed out because you just don't treat people a certain way because you feel like you can. You say that the two of you all cannot stop arguing and that he's not your soulmate, but then on the other hand, you say, it's not like I don't want to be with you. It's not like I don't want to have a baby. Why? Is it because the ex-boyfriend, dumped your ass and you just broken and torn up. You don't get along with your sister. Your sister moved back home with her husband, so allegedly, so that she and her husband could, have their baby, save some money and all that kind of stuff. And you're such a shitty person that your mother won't even let you allegedly stay in the house with them. You got to sleep in a shed with your boyfriend from Africa because you such a shitty person and you don't care about being a shitty person. Like, it doesn't bother you at all. The next couple that I want to talk about is Angela. Angela is still sitting at the table. Okay. With the Lancasters. Angela wants to be a Stark. Like, she really is sitting at the round table. Okay. And bitch, the North remembers. So the family has already told Angela, bitch, we need you to quickly marry Michael. And if you don't marry Michael, you need to go back. So they tell her, so she says, the uncle tells Michael and Angela that they need to break up so that Michael can date someone else. So Angela's like, the fuck you mean by that? Oh, you done pissed me off. And so she says, Michael, is that what you want? So Michael was like, she was like, is that what you want, Michael? You want somebody else? Michael said, I'm tired of being alone. Angela said, alone? Bitch, I'm alone too. Michael said, no, I'm really alone. And I'm alone and I'm broke. I've made sacrifices. Angela said, sacrifices? What do you mean you made sacrifices, Micah? Micah, I'm the one that made the sacrifices. I came up in here and peeled a plantain, bitch, and dropped it in the grease. And brought your mama a microwave and your cousin, your aunt, or whoever the hell she was, a teapot back. And you talking about sacrifices, Micah? And my chest looked like I got attacked by a lion, tiger, and a bear. Michael says that he's made sacrifices and he tired of being alone. So he with the family on this until Angela started raising hell at the table. Angela said, evidently you don't love me, Michael. He said, I love you and you know I do. Of course I love you. She said, you don't love me, Michael. Michael said, I love you. Michael started backpedaling, pussy popping like I don't know what when Angela's voice started raising. When she hit him with that Michael and got to screaming and hollering and told the family, excuse me, but I'm about to cuss this fucker out. Michael started backpedaling and pussy popping. Michael knew then at that point I done lost whatever little scrumph I lost it. The family sitting at the table at this point, they ain't saying nothing because they looking at all their dreams dashing before their eyes. Michael told her, of course I love you, Angela, and I don't want nobody else. I want to be with you. The uncle said, look, order in the cave. The North remembers, bitch. Game of Thrones. We gotta kill Cersei. Bitch, where's Littlefinger when you need him? Oh, that's right. Littlefinger got his head cut off, okay? Okay? The Y'all both saying the same thing. Now, Angela, my cousin here has already petitioned you, begged you, on behalf of the family, for you and Michael to get married. What we saying is you're not getting any younger. And we need you, Angela, in the city of Zamunda, okay? To marry Michael quickly. That's all we're saying to you, Angela. We need you, and we need your money. We need Michael to come to the United States. Michael has put up with your shit, okay, for far too long. It's been 3 years, Angela, that he has put up with your stuff. Now, you come here and you only get one egg. And one egg is not good enough. And so what we need is a fair exchange, no robbery. So with all the things that Michael has put up with you, Angela, we need you to quickly marry Michael. Cut the bullshit, Angela. Angela said, well, since you put it like that, well, damn it, since you said it like that, now I understand what the hell you saying. All right, I love my mom. I love me mom. I love the family. I love them head wraps y'all got on. I love the unity. You and I, T.Y. My family don't give a damn. I'm going to consider getting married here in Africa, right here in Nigeria. Micah, I'm sorry. Mama, you like your microwave? How do you like your teapot, okay? Angela said, now, how I say thankful, how I say happy, how I say jump the broom, how I say I'm the junior wife, how I say, bitch, I'm getting married in Jamaica. In Nigeria. Bitch, Angela got married this weekend. Matter of fact, Angela got married, was it today or yesterday? Angela and Michael have officially gotten married. She let that family pressure wash her ass. They put the straight hose on that ass. But here's the thing. Some may say that Angela has treated Michael like a piece of for the last 3 years. And I agree with those who said that Angela treated Michael like, and Michael has earned, worked for, fucked for that green card. So Michael, in some ways, those was his wages. The green card is his wages. Because if a man works, he should be paid in a wage. And so for him, his wages is that almighty green card. But on the other hand, here you have this lonely, beat down, trodden, wrinkled up, dried up, fucked up woman from America. Botox burned her ass. She got scars all on her chest. Her children ain't worth a damn. She got to take care of her mother with that thing on her face. And she got to take care of her grandkids because her other daughter that went to jail and her career didn't kick off from Maury. And so she goes on Facebook. She sees this big old African, can you imagine Michael's dick pics? That's for the ladies. But I'm just saying, can you imagine Micah being young and just strong? You understand what I'm saying? Coming up in your Facebook, okay? And you be like, send me a pic, Michael. Michael, send me a pic of it, okay? And then you open up your Facebook, right? And you be like, oh, okay, he gonna send me a pic. And he send you a pic. Excuse me, y'all. This ain't for children. Warning, warning, warning. You get a picture like this? That's why with every time Angela take her ass over to Africa, whenever they tell her to do, bitch, she do it. She always got a new toy, a new trick, a pair of drawers, bitch. Because she said, Marcus, that dick bitch you sent me. I'm going to hell. Forgive me, Lord. But can you imagine? And then you take the picture and say, hold on, let me turn this to the side. And a thing like that, you be like, you ain't got to work no more. Y'all remember on Harlem Lights? When he said, I ain't going home no more. I'm going to stay here with sunshine. Angela said, Michael, you ain't got to work another day. I don't care how nasty, how mean I am, bitch. When something going on, I'm coming up over there because that initial dick pic that you sent me. That's why you can't open up them Facebook them Facebook messengers. Because you're going to mess around and you're going to be like Angela too. When Angela even thought that Michael was leaving, Angela said, When Angela gets in the car with Michael's, and Michael's don't work nowhere, okay, do you understand me? Angela called him Big Papa. This daddy, bitch. Excuse me, y'all. Angela is whipped. And for her age and the way she look, Angela knows she ain't got an ice cube chance on her chest. Or her burnt ass chest to get another man. So officially, Angela and Marcus are married. Now, I don't know if they're going to do a special with these two bitches by themselves or what they're going to do. But okay. And the last couple I want to talk about is Mursel and Anna. It's too many damn Annies and Anna and Annas and A. I'm just going to call her A. We see her sitting at the table. You see the words come up on the screen. You're like, oh, I got to read. Now, y'all know, when TLC put the words on that screen, it captures your attention. Everything in the house got to be quiet. Because, you know, when you get to reading for TLC, you know, you be like, you know, your eyes be going like, breaking news. Anna called the producers and said, bring your asses back. Hot news. We got some stuff that's going on, damn it. And I need the cameramen to come back. I need the grip man, the producer, the executive producer. I need everybody to come back, bitch. Breaking news. Mursel is coming back to America. So they sitting there, okay, so what's going on, Anna? So what you doing? What's that in your hand? A phone. So what you doing? Texting. So who you texting? Mursel. So why you texting Mursel? Bitch! Just keep the camera rolling. So Anna sit up there and wait. The producers want to know what's going on so bad. Hurt. Anna's hands were like this on the phone. That bitch was like, I'm like, bitch, what's going on with the phone? We done already read the words. Now we need to see what's happening. Who is that? Is that him? Is that you? She said it's him. Hold on. Wait. Hey, Mursel, what's going on? This has never happened in the history of 90 Day Fiance. Never has someone left and brought their ass back. But Mursel And God, with all his goodness, has made sure that Mursel was coming back. Stay tuned. What's happening, Mursel? Yeah. So, so you coming back? Because we had the words on the screen that said you went to the embassy, bitch. Are you coming back? Yeah, I'm coming back. Oh, Mursel, I love you. Ooh, the bottom. I love you too. Mwah. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bam! We got the story. Mursel went back to Turkey because he was homesick, bitch. Did y'all hear her when she said that? Mursel did not go back home because of the children or any of that. Mursel went back home because, according to Anna, he was homesick. Now, I don't know how many of y'all heard him. He didn't know what was going on. He was confused as hell. And Anna said he went back because the bitch got homesick. He was laying in bed in a fetal position, sucking his up. And so he went back home to Turkey. But in order to keep the storyline going for us, okay, because you got to read between the lines and what they forget to edit the hell out. The bitch was scared. Well, never about the kids. So anyway, we see Mursel over in Turkey packing his mofo suitcase. He getting his stuff together. He leaving on that midnight train to Turkey. He said that he came back home. He had a conversation with his parents. And they was arguing like hell. He said they was arguing and everything. He said it was just going on for days and days and days and days. They were just arguing. And he said then all of a sudden his family came and said, Uncle, you won. You can go head on back to America and marry Anna. Mursel said he was shocked that his family, he said that he had told his family he lied about the kids, okay? He lied about the children because he loved Anna so much, okay? He loved her so much. So now they've given him permission. They said, well, Mursel, well, who the fuck gave you permission? So Mursel said, I think it was my mother. I think my mother was, okay with it. So, the whole family went with my mother's wishes. And so now I'm taking my ass back over there. It's going to take me 2 days to get there. And when I get there, bitch, I got 6 hours to marry her. Because I went to the embassy and they said, we're going to give you the rest of your time back. Okay? They Maxine watered his ass. Reclaiming my time. Okay? They did a Maxine on him. So when he crossed the water, like Maxine water, to redeem his time, they took some of that back and said, bitch, what we gonna do? Okay, we gonna yield some of it to the congresswoman from Nebraska, bitch. Okay? So you done lost some of your... You done lost some of your time. But, bitch, we giving you 6 hours back. That's it. The rest of it, gone. Chuck it up. Deuces. It's out. So, Mursel said, I take that. And sitting in the meantime and in between time, I still love him. Yeah, he fucked me. He left me. He treated me like I wasn't nothing. Got the hell up out of here and everything. But I love him so much that I'm going to take him back. I know I said I wouldn't, said I won't, said I do, said I don't, but I'm going to take him back. So the next thing you know, she's at a restaurant because apparently she don't do a damn thing for her kids unless she filming. Because every time she take her kids somewhere, Joey busts her ass out. What the hell we doing here? Joey said, I ain't got time for the cut calls. I'm in the band. I got a little girlfriend. I'm living my best life. And I ain't going to come on here and fake and gotta be in school trying to cover, watch my back and not fight nobody and getting bullied and all of that. Joey said, "The hell with that. The hell is we doing here?" Well, I got something to tell y'all. The two other little boys, they just going for the ride. They just love their little mama. So, they going for, but Joey said, "No, hell no. What we ain't gonna do is play games up in this mofo." So they sit their ass at the table and everything. So Joey was like, why? I gotta tell you all something. I have something I need to say. Say it. Mursel is coming back. And I told him if he gets back in time, before his visa expires, before his carriage turns into a pumpkin, then I'll marry him. Joey was like, "What?" Little Gino was like, "All right, Mom. I liked him. I started liking him. He rubbed off for me, Mom. I support that." So what do you think, baby? He said, "Look, Ma, I'm alright with the wedding and everything. I'm a cop. But you gotta make that awesome. You gotta make that awesome. Because if that ain't awesome, I ain't trying. Baby, Mom. I'm gonna make it awesome. Make it awesome. Or I'm out. Make that awesome." She was like, "All right, so Joey, I know I'm sitting here looking stupid." So Joey was like, what he coming back for? Thank you so much for the super chat. So what he coming back for? I love him. He said, "But so you want us to be happy about that? You want us to give a damn about that? Like, what you telling me for?" "Because I want you to support me, and I know I'm looking real stupid and everything like that, but I really do love him, and he was afraid. I guess he got homesick, and he went back home, but he came to his senses and he's coming back." So the son was like, "Well, what did he say about us?" He ain't say nothing about y'all, because the real reason why he left one about y'all, no way. Thank you so much for the super chat. He was like, "Well, what if I don't want to go?" "Well, Joey, I want you to go for me." He said, "I don't fuck with Mursel, though. And I don't fuck with Mursel. So I'm not trying to go, Mom. Our little boys, they already told him. They gonna go. They with it. They told Gino said, I like him. I think he's really nice. He's been part of the family. He's fun. I'm good with it." Joey was like, "No, hell no. I ain't good with it. I think I'm going to be busy that day." Right, Mom? I'm going to be busy. And then she sits there with her sorry ass and says, "I make sacrifices for them, and I am there for them all the time. Whatever they're going through, that's what parents do. That's part of being a parent. And if you didn't want him to be disrespectful, sassy, and coming out his trick bag, then you should have nipped that in the bud a long time ago. Because people will only treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. And your kids would treat you like that, unless you beating their ass." No, I'm just kidding. But this relationship and the way that Joey talks to you has been established for a long time. Trust me on that. Your child should know when they have gone to right to the edge. Don't jump over it. You're already at the edge. You're already about to get to... Joey said he don't mess with him. He doesn't want to be bothered with it. He don't want to go. He said the way that Mursel treats her and talks to her, he don't want no parts of him. So he's going to find himself busy that day. She said, well, don't come for Mursel, come for me. He said, but you marrying Mursel. See, you can't separate the two of those, boo. You brought this man in here under false pretense. You allowed this mofo, according to your storyline, to not tell his parents about your kids. He runs out and leaves your ass after you begged him 75 times in the airport. And now because he's coming back, you're going to marry him. Quiet as kept, she was out there on Instagram. She was supposed to be faking as if Mursel wasn't here because this episode had not been released yet. So as far as everybody knew, Mursel was still in Turkey. Except for when she went live, she started talking about the bees. Y'all remember I asked y'all last week what happened to the bees? Well, she was explaining what was happening with the bees and that she wasn't a great beekeeper. In the background, bitch, Mursel yells out because he doesn't know any better. This bitch is licking windows. There's no way in the world that you're going to tell me that Mursel does not lick windows. Mursel's lick windows. So the next time you get on the plane, just think if Mursel's ass been in there, sitting in that chair, licking that window. Okay. So Mursel screams out in the background, and she ends the live. Not quick enough for 90 Day Fiance fans. Now, according to Fraud by TLC, I believe it was either Fraud by TLC or 90 Day Fiance Now, they had a lawyer who has been giving play-by-play information about what is legit and what is not legit, what is could be a fraud and what could not be a fraud. And according to this attorney, there were two things that he corrected. Okay, so this is the end of the review. I'm going to give you all some other information. If you can't stay, you can end the video now. Okay? So, for those folks who can stay, let me tell you what the lawyer cleared up. Number one, the lawyer cleared up that although the file for Natalie says that it is classified, it is standard procedures for the information to be withheld from the petitioner and from the petitioners. Let me say that. It is standard custom procedure for them not to be able to get any information from the embassy concerning that matter. Classified, okay, does not mean that there is dirt or something's wrong or or there could possibly be a denial. The lawyer cleared that up and said that, this attorney, this immigration attorney that Mike went to, did not have all her facts straight. That's the first thing that the lawyer cleared up. The second thing that the lawyer cleared up is in rare cases, the United States Embassy will allow a mofo to go back home within the 90-day period of the K-1 visa and come back. However, unlike Maxine Water, they cannot redeem their time. That clock is continuing to tick. So, did TLC fraud us? And did Mursel really go back to Turkey? Allegedly, it appears that Mursel did go back to Turkey, that the K1, that the time period that he was over there, he lost that, and that is why he is coming back to the United States with just 6 hours left to marry her. Okay, so thank you so much to those Instagrammers who have their attorneys on the spot. And usually on Instagram, they are clearing things up live while the television show is going on. Again, because there was so much bull crap, okay, with this particular episode, and so many people that were, thank you so much for the super chat. God, I don't have my glasses. Thank you so much. Mods, please make sure y'all thank them for those super chats. So, if you are interested, I believe it's Fraud by TLC or even 90 Day Fiance now. During the episode, they are clearing everything up. Okay, and it's on time. The attorney is looking and pulling up the files and doing the research so that we can see what, what's the truth and what's not the truth. And it's unfortunate that 90 Day Fiance fans have had to go to these levels of scrutiny of the show because, bitch, it appears to be so much fraud going on that we no longer know the truth from a damn lie. But we're going to try to enjoy the ride. On February, I believe it's 23rd, we will be having a new cast of 90 Day Fiance, and thus goes the cycle. Of course, you all know we're going to have a whole new cast. Please anticipate Angela and Michael probably having some spin-off show where we watch them get married, or they will probably be back on 90 Day Fiance happily ever after. I don't know, but we know if it got anything to do with that wedding, and we did see the film crew there taping it, Michael and Angela ain't going away, bitch, for like probably another 2 years. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you so much to all of my members of this channel. If you would like to become a member, please go to my community tab or to my main page, the dashboard, and click that join button so that you too can become a member. Congratulations to all of those members who have the teal icon. You have been a member with Auntie Advice for 30 days now. Congratulations to all of you. I see some of you all colors have changed, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Love you all so much. Have a great night. Thank you, moderators, so much for supporting and making sure that the chat stays safe. Thank you so much, y'all. I love y'all to pieces, and I will see you all tomorrow. All the members. Love y'all. Bye.